Well, if you're wondering what's cooking, you'll find out. We've got a lot of details. An outdoor kitchen in Granger. All the details lying straight ahead.
Step into a magical world at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. A world full of color and inspiration. Beautiful ideas to transform your home inside and out. Explore acres of displays to spark ideas for your own home and garden. Plus expert advice to help bring your ideas to life. Right now, save on graceful grasses, only $3.99. Visit Lintons.com for ideas galore. Linton's Enchanted Gardens, County Road 17 in Elkhart, between the 20 bypass and exit 96 off the toll road. Bring the family to Linton's Enchanted Gardens, a magical world of fall beauty and inspiration. Magnificent mums and unique Halloween and fall decor. Pick out the perfect pumpkin and visit our free straw bale maze and petting zoo. Fall is the perfect time for planting to make your landscape come alive next season. Enjoy huge savings of 50 to 75% off select plants, trees, and shrubs. Discover a shopping experience that is as unique as you are at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, County Road 17 in Elkhart, between the 20 bypass and exit 96 off the toll road.
Good morning. Welcome again to another edition of our program. We're on location here today, and we're in Granger, Indiana, at the home of Jay and Chrissy Hahn, and they've got a beautiful home. And Mark, you've done a great job working in their backyard. We're going to take a look at that up close and personal here in just a moment, but just want to remind you that coming up in the second half of the show, it's all about the fall frenzy, Mark, and great savings for your guests.
We've got a huge selection of plants, trees, and shrubs, and the sale continues throughout the rest of the season.
Excellent. And Mark has told me savings up to 75% on selected items, so make a note of that. Plan to join us later this morning at Linton's on County Road 17 in Elkhart. Well, Mark, this is beautiful. You've done a great job, you and your crew, and we're standing right at the entry of the backyard in front of a pergola. Or actually a gate. Tell us what you've done here.
It is a pergola. You're correct, Craig. And this is the entry into an outdoor room. And that outdoor room has many different functions. And the focal point, of course, is a brand new swimming pool.
And you work with contractors to develop that. Tell us what you've done out here in the front, can you?
Well, this kind of sets the tone to what you see as you wrap around to the backyard. About a year ago, the homeowners contacted us and shared their vision with me. We sat down and kind of went through the design process, and it all started out with a swimming pool and a lot of outdoor living areas, ideas that they wanted to incorporate into the design.
Lots of children, I have a feeling.
That's correct. And what they have is a kid magnet in their backyard. And we started out here. Guests and visitors have an opportunity that they can go to the backyard off of the driveway, or they can go through the house. And we kind of wanted to create a nice entryway here for that. Also, some functional things, Craig. The garage, we're running out of room for trash cans in there, and so need a place to hide them outdoors, and so we created this living fence that not only hides the trash cans, but also does a good job of screening the air conditioner.
We've used this concept before, haven't we, in our show?
It works out very well, and yeah, another home just a few blocks away from here in the same neighborhood.
Well, we're here inside the outdoor kitchen, and this is beautiful, Mark.
Thank you, Craig. We've got some beautiful features here I'd like to share with the viewers. First of all, we've created a very low-maintenance countertop here. This looks like stone, but it's actually polished concrete. And what I like is you see how the water here from the recent rain is starting to beat up on this. And it's just something that you can just simply wash off, and very, very tough and durable.
It'll last a long time, I would imagine.
Probably longer than most homes. Yes, this is solid concrete concrete. So there's a lot of weight here. We also have stainless steel appliances here. We've got an outdoor fridge for easy access, along with this bar seating here, stainless steel storage area, and then we've got stainless steel barbecue along with a rotisserie.
Very nice. And I know the color's important here. The way that you match up the different tones and shades, it's very complimentary to the home.
Well, thank you. And a lot of thought did go into that. We explored a lot of options, and not that it was difficult because we do have a whole white exterior, so basically it was plain vanilla, and there were a lot of different options that could have worked. What we knew that we wanted was color contrast, that basically what we've done here is like putting the toppings on the sundae.
Exactly. Mark, you mentioned to me before we went on how important drainage is. We've got some rain in the area here today. Lots of water comes through here from the pool and the weather conditions. You had to keep that in mind, didn't you?
It's extremely important, and that was all thought out before we started here. With a swimming pool, we always like to set that up higher. We like to drain away from it. It's a major problem if you've got surface water going into the swimming pool, and that upsets the pH balance there. So we start out setting up the pool high, drain away from it, and then we surface a drain. We really didn't want to do any drains inside the patio or any trench drains. They're not only unattractive, but they can sometimes be easily tripped on in that. So we did some surface draining and then actually hid a catch basin in the lawn and then directed all that water out to the lake.
You got a smart crew that works for you, Mark, and a lot of planning.
We do have a smart crew, and it was a lot of planning as well. And so what we did was color coordinate the exposed stone aggregate here to a beautiful architectural block along with a cap, and it also ties in with a concrete countertop and matches the coping all the way around the swimming pool.
So, Mark, tell me a little bit about the pergola here.
Well, the pergola, it's got multiple benefits here. First of all, we wanted to have some shade out here. There's people that love to be in full sun. There's also folks that appreciate some shade. We get a lot of sun here, and so the number one purpose, of course, is to create nice living atmosphere here. We've not only got the bar and the outdoor kitchen here, we've also got the primary table where the family's doing their outdoor dining, and gives us a nice shaded outdoor living area here. Craig, we also incorporated a couple of light fixtures, and the homeowner has added these very fun string lights, which gives a nice soft glow in the evening as well.
Excellent. It really ties in nicely to the entry that we featured just a moment ago.
Used the same materials. This is a cedar and very low maintenance. It's actually naturally weather resistant, and really don't even have to paint it or stain it if you don't want to, and it has a lot of longevity. Another thing is on the back side of the house, we didn't have as much architectural detail as what we do in the front of the house. And so we really wanted something to kind of jazz up the outside. And a little later on in the show, I'd like for the viewers to see the view from the lake and how that really transformed the back elevation of the house.
Excellent. Well, speaking of the back, let's take a look over here on the other side of the pool. I see a seawall, actually, that kind of wraps around that pool that you've developed, Mark.
That built-in seat wall provides a lot of additional seating there, and especially kids can be lined up there, and that also not only wraps around the end of the swimming pool, it leads to another outdoor living area, and we've got an outdoor fire pit there.
I believe I said seawall. I meant seat wall, but water, sea, it all kind of goes together, doesn't it?
Exactly. And the fire pit, we've ran a gas line to it, so very easily to start a fire in the fire pit there with that gas line.
All right, so lots of living area here. The pool, of course, the focal point when you get beyond what you've done here inside this outdoor kitchen. Tell me exactly what are the reactions, Jay and his wife Chrissy? They must really enjoy what's going on here.
Well, just met with them a couple of weeks ago, and very, very positive reaction. And not only it met their requirements, but shared with me it exceeded their expectations. Of course, that put a smile on my face.
Mark, you've done some privacy planning here, and it really makes for a homey environment.
Well, thank you. And that was the goal. We certainly did not want to have a stockade privacy fence. That was rather harsh. And the homeowners were blessed with some fairly mature trees, some of them evergreen, others deciduous. But we really had some big holes and gaps in some areas that were pretty important that we wanted to block out. And so we brought in some pretty large plant material. We've got a beautiful serviceberry tree over here which filled one hole, and that tree's going to be loaded with white flowers in the springtime, and then in the fall, and just a few more weeks here, Craig is going to put on another show. Leaves are going to turn brilliant reds, yellows, and oranges.
Excellent. You've incorporated some special lighting too, haven't you?
We have. Went through the entire backyard and developed a lighting plan. We have low voltage lighting that's actually hidden underneath the caps of the seat wall as well as the columns. It also puts out a nice warm glow around our outdoor kitchen here. And then we have a combination of spotlights and path lights which light up the landscape in the evening.
We touched on the special seating area around that pit. You've done some creative work that kind of sets it apart from the rest of what we're seeing here.
We did, and the concern was we're getting an awful lot of hard surface areas here. The exposed stone aggregate, it's absolutely beautiful, but wanted to kind of break that up a little bit. And so we picked out a paving brick, which is complementary to our exposed stone aggregate, and then used a darker paving brick as a soldier course for a separation between that area and our pool deck. And then what we did was repeat of that paving brick around the exterior of the pool deck, and that just seems to tie everything all together.
We featured the soldier course a few weeks ago in Bristol.
We did. Good memory, Craig.
Tell us about the kids' play area. It wasn't originally where we're seeing it now. It was somewhere else, but you've kind of placed it in a strategic spot in here in the backyard.
Well, first of all, I wanted to make sure that it was in a good location that could be used, and so close to the back door that was important. And also wanted to make sure that it was a safe area for the kids. And also another thing is, personally, I always like to have them placed where mom and dad can be inside and looking out and watching and monitoring what's going on, even if they're not out here with the kids all the time.
Well, you speak of that view. Tell me about the view from the lake looking to the back of the house. Isn't that a spectacular view?
It is. They've got a beautiful view here of the lake, a lot of windows along the back of the house. And so if you would stand back and you look at our pergola, all these support posts have been very strategically placed not to obstruct any of that view. And also, so when you're inside, you can monitor what's going on with the swimming pool as well.
Congratulations, Mark. A great job.
Thank you.
If you'd like some planning ideas, or if maybe you have some of your own, Mark Linton, the man to contact. You can do that by going to lintons.com or stopping by. In fact, Mark, this would be the great weekend, wouldn't it, to do that. Stop by and visit during the fall frenzy. While you're there, you can pick up on some great savings.
That's true, Craig.
75% or so on selected items. All that coming up in just a little bit as we feature the plants, trees, and shrubs from the Garden Center at Linton's. We'll be back in just a moment.
Step into a magical world at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, a world full of color and inspiration, beautiful ideas to transform your home inside and out. Explore acres of displays to spark ideas for your own home and garden, plus expert advice to help bring your ideas to life. Right now, save on graceful grasses, only $3.99. Visit Lintons.com for ideas galore. Linton's Enchanted Gardens, County Road 17 in Elkhart, between the 20 bypass and exit 96 off the toll road. Bring the family to Linton's Enchanted Gardens, a magical world of fall beauty and inspiration. Magnificent mums and unique Halloween and fall decor. Pick out the perfect pumpkin and visit our free straw bale maze and petting zoo. Fall is the perfect time for planting to make your landscape come alive next season. Enjoy huge savings of 50 to 75% off select plants, trees, and shrubs. Discover a shopping experience that is as unique as you are at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, County Road 17 in Elkhart between the 20 bypass and exit 96 off the toll road.
Welcome back to our program, and a special thanks to Jay and Chrissy Hahn of Granger. Mark, I really enjoyed what you did out there.
Oh, it's been a treat to work with them, and we've really had fun going through the process. Actually started last year about this time, working with them and developing ideas, putting them on paper and fine-tuning them, and just finished it up a few weeks ago.
Well, it is a process, and if you'd like to begin that process on your own for your outdoor living space, here's the guy to contact at Linton's Enchanted Gardens. Well, Mark, lots of great things going on as usual here, and savings up to 75% during your fall frenzy, correct?
That's correct, Craig. And this is just a small sampling. We actually have thousands of plants, trees, and shrubs that are on sale. Too long of a list to mention here and too many to show. But as soon as you walk into our garden center, we've got a handout, a flyer, and all throughout the garden center, just look for the sale flags.
Excellent. Well, let's get started with maybe a hosta, huh?
Yes. This is one of our most popular hostas. It's our Patriot hosta, prized for the beautiful green and white variegated leaves, and actually sends up spikes of flowers during the summertime that will attract hummingbirds, butterflies. Excellent plant for those low light and shaded areas. Normally $9.99 and on sale for $6.99 fall frenzy price.
Still as popular as ever, too.
Most definitely. And this here is our blue lime grass, and unusual blue colored leaves. Makes a nice ground cover, only reaching to be about a foot and a half in height, and maintains these blue leaves spring, summer, and fall. Fall frenzy price is $14.99 with a 50% savings.
Excellent. What's next, Mark?
Oh, here, Craig, we've got one of our boxwoods. You can see it's putting on its new growth here. More of a lime green color with that new growth. The mature growth is more of a darker emerald green color. Boxwoods grow in full sun. They also grow in dense shade. They're also deer resistant. They bloom with a little white flower in the springtime that has a nice fragrance to it, and very low maintenance. They can be very easily maintained into a very small compact shrub, or they can allow to grow. These are normally $29.99 and on sale for $14.99.
We see a lot of boxwoods out there, don't we?
We do, and we plant a lot of boxwood hedges. They are the bones of the landscape, and very much appreciated during the fall, winter, and early spring months.
Excellent. What's next, Mark?
Well, another evergreen here. This is a beautiful holly, and going to start developing some red berries for the fall-winter season. This is our blue princess holly. It's a female holly, and it does require a male for the pollination. Blooms clusters of white flowers in the springtime. Does very well in low light and shaded areas. Normally $19.99, on sale for $13.99.
Excellent. All a part of the fall frenzy at Linton's Enchanted Gardens on County Road 17 in Elkhart. You love the ornamental grasses, don't you?
I do, and especially the blue varieties, because blue is such an unusual color in the landscape. This is our blue oat grass. Craig, it's a dwarf clumping grass, only reaching about 15-18 inches in height. It's a nice rock garden plant. Maintains the blue-colored leaves all throughout the season, and normally $10.99, on sale for $7.99.
Excellent pricing here during the great sale. If you'd like to find out more about Linton's, of course, lintons.com is the website. Next up.
Oh, this is our French pink pussy willow. You want to plant this now to enjoy the beautiful pink flowers that it produces in the springtime. Actually turns into a small tree, and it's a fairly quickly grower, and going to reach up to about 10-12 feet in height, and actually does best in full sun, but will tolerate some shade. Normally $14.99, fall frenzy price $7.99.
That's a pretty good price.
Next, we've got another one of our popular daylilies. This is our red daylily. It's a 1-gallon plant, normally $9.99, on sale for only $4.99.
Now, you talk about plants, trees, and shrubs. Of course, trees a part of that. You've got a beauty here. They're all in containers, Mark, and for a good reason.
Most definitely. Everything that we grow is in containers. They're grown just 2 miles away from our garden center out at our 40-acre nursery located in Bristol. And that allows our guests to plant them any time of the year that the ground is not frozen. And typically here in Michiana, you can plant all the way up until Christmas.
Excellent. A lot of people probably do that around here with the weather we've had.
They do. You're right, Craig. Next here is our heritage birch. This is a river birch variety, prized for kind of the paper peeling type of bark. I love it because of the exfoliating bark there. Very large tree, almost 12 feet in height. Normally $89.99, fall frenzy price only $44.99.
These birches do a lot better than some of the birches we've heard about in the past, right?
Very true, Craig. This is disease resistant, and we do have a problem with the birch borer in the Michiana area, and this is guaranteed not to get that birch borer.
There you go, folks. Great reason to pick up on the great deals here during the fall frenzy. What's next?
We've got a beautiful summer flowering shrub, and also very sweet and fragrant. This is our Fern Valley Pink Summer Sweet. Blooms with long pinnacle-shaped flowers of pink color, and blooms during the summertime. Very sweet fragrance or aroma to it. Does best in full sun. I love incorporating these like by a front entrance or by a back patio or deck where you're going to be walking past it and you can enjoy the fragrance of it. The summer sweets normally $24.99, and fall frenzy price only $12.99. And this is almost a 4-foot tall shrub, so there's a lot of shrub for the buck there.
You know, we think of the plants, trees, and shrubs mainly for their beauty, but you mentioned fragrance. I would think a lot of your guests kind of consider that highly, don't they, in their choice?
Most definitely. A lot of folks, that is on the top of their list, that they'd like to have some fragrance incorporated into their landscape. Next one, Craig, starting to show some beautiful color there. That's the famous burning bush, prized for the bright red colored leaves that it develops in the fall. We grow a dwarf burning bush, and it's smaller, more compact, lower maintenance, doesn't get as big, doesn't require as much pruning. Normally these are $29.99. Fall frenzy price is only $14.99.
Now is the season, isn't it, for those burning bushes? There isn't any more brilliant a color in the fall than what we see out of that bush.
They're definitely just starting to come into their glory. And what's amazing is when you drive around Michiana and they're starting to turn and show their color, is how popular they actually are, because you can just see them all over the place.
That's right. They really show up, don't they?
They most certainly do.
What's next?
Craig, we've got one of our new hybrid lilacs. It's very unusual to actually see a lilac in bloom at this time of the year. But with this new variety called Bloomerang, this is a Bloomerang lilac. It is a repeat blooming lilac that not only blooms in the springtime, it continues to bloom in the summer as well as into the fall. And it is a dwarf lilac, so it's not going to get huge and enormous like the old-fashioned ones that got 12, 14 feet in height. This is very easily controlled here. Part of our fall frenzy sale, normally $32.99, on sale for only $16.99.
Some of those lilacs get to be 14 feet?
The old-fashioned common ones, most definitely, and they not only got that tall, they also kept spreading and getting wider and wider. Not an ideal landscape plant, but these are just as fragrant as the old-fashioned varieties.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear. What's next, Mark?
Well, we've got a compact oriental spruce, a very low-maintenance dwarf evergreen, real short little needles on it, spruce-like type of needles. Great for foundation plantings. Does best in full sun. Normally $29.99, and fall frenzy price only $14.99.
Wow. Fall frenzy through this weekend into next week as well, right here at Linton's, County Road 17 in Elkhart. A couple more to talk about.
Yes, and another one of my favorite because of the blue flowers. This is a Caryopteris, and the variety is called Dark Night because of these dark blue colored flowers. And if you're wanting to attract butterflies to your yard, to your garden, this is definitely a butterfly magnet. Starts blooming late summer and will continue to bloom throughout the fall. Really needs full sun in order for it to perform well, and this is actually a shrub that you're going to heavily prune at the end of the season, and it's going to grow right back up. So you really treat it more like a perennial. Craig, normally only $24.99. Fall Frenzy price makes it only $12.99.
But you have to pick up on that savings this weekend or during the week here at Linton's. Couple more, huh?
Yes, another one of our unusual cypress. This is a Willamette elegans cypress. Beautiful, graceful, evergreen leaves. Requires very minimal pruning. Pretty much naturally shapes its own self. It grows in kind of a loose pyramidal form and does well in full sun. It will tolerate some partial shade. Normally $29.99, on sale for only $14.99.
Excellent. We'll pick up on the savings here as we feature our very last item here on this segment of the show.
Craig, what we've got here is a beautiful Bradford pear tree, and now is the best time to plant that so you can enjoy those beautiful flowers in the springtime. Out of all the different trees that we grow at our nursery, this is our #1 most popular tree. A lot of people ask for this, and the neat thing about this, as it grows and matures, it takes on somewhat of a pyramidal form, almost a pear shape, and has the most spectacular clusters of white flowers in the springtime. It is a large ornamental tree, or you could classify it as a small shade tree, reaching about 35 feet in height and about 20 feet in width. And so you want to give it plenty of room to grow, and it is more of a quicker growing tree. This 6-foot tall tree is normally $49.99. Fall Frenzy price only $24.99.
So you could probably pick up a couple of them at least, huh?
In pairs, of course.
Oh, I like that. Pick them up in pairs here at Linton's during the Fall Frenzy. Well, Mark, Jay and Chrissy, they've got a nice place there, and you did a wonderful job. Again, thanks to Jay and Chrissy Hahn of Granger this morning.
Oh, it's been a great working relationship, and appreciate the opportunity for us to share their backyard with all the viewers.
If you'd like to find out more about how your backyard can become something very, very special, I'm sure it is now, but if you'd like to make it even more special, call on Linton's. They'd be happy to help you out. Well, Mark, thanks so much for your great work here today. Again, if people would like to pick up on the Fall Frenzy through this weekend, right, and then into next week?
Most definitely. The sale continues throughout the fall. Limited supply, though, Craig. Better hurry in before they're gone. So we are open Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. until 6 p.m., Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 7 p.m.
All right, and you can check them out online at lintons.com. Mark, thanks again.
Thank you, Craig.
For our producer, Gary Martin, for our entire crew, this is Craig Wallen. Until next time, so long, everybody.